forget that. Did they do anything last week?
Yeah, they put it up on their thing. So
Okay.
we're Gucci.
Wait, we have 2 things now?
Yeah, so we can stop putting them. We can just start sending them to.
No, gotta put both things up.
Okay.
They said that wasn't going to happen. They said we could retain all of our.
Oh, so
off
they
their
didn't send me
off their Purdue
didn't-
Twitter account, they just say like, listen to the Purdue podcast. It says like the gang talks sports.
They didn't use our description?
I forget.
No, they did. It's in there.
I didn't use it. I don't look at that close.
They use their description, but they said like Purdue pod, like they're building your Purdue podcast, and it's like they talk about.
Just look,
that's got to stop.
look at
whatever that is.
Yeah. All right,
I don't see it.
You have to click on it. And then
I tweeted their link out.
Chris him with that retweet.
Yeah, hit him with the
Oh
retweet.
man, they
on the ACA
even
Purdue.
break it down by time.
No. Steve broke it down by
no,
time.
they didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
I
Never
tried to
mind.
break it down by time for you, but then I had to send you the just the
And
MP3.
dude, I don't even know what you fucking edited. I had to cut out so many like 3-second like blank spaces,
God damn it, dude.
or like Ryan's like ummas. I cut a bunch of those out.
Ryan does a lot of almas.
All right, I'll do better then.
There's a lot of
I think
umma.
I'm just saying Imma.
No, it's whenever you start talking, you go, yeah.
Have you guys ever seen those YouTube that like, you know what ASMR is?
No.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, it's like this like thing where supposedly if you listen to these certain sounds, it can like you come. I think it's like a porn thing, but I think that's the main purpose of it. And so you like listen to the beat, and it's like the whole time.
All right, here we good? We good to
Check it
go?
out.
Get out.
All right.
Get that hands-free orgasm in.
We should play that instead of intro music.
Instead of the show, it should just be a whole thing of binaural beats.
All right. 5, 4, 3.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Rebuilding Year. It's we're recording this on the 11th of December. You're going to be hearing it on Friday, whatever that is, the 15th. So we're going to be talking about the Crossroads Classic. Going to be doing our segments. Talk about the last couple games against Valpo and IUPUI. A couple big matchups in state. But we got the gang here. Let's introduce everybody. We got Peter, Atlanta.
Hey guys, it is my brother's birthday today, so happy birthday, Eric, even though I'm 99% sure you're not listening to this.
It's not a fan?
Happy birthday. Wow. We can talk about that later. We also have Ryan.
How's everybody doing?
Where are you at, Ryan? Looks like a hotel.
I'm in Detroit, where they're just getting pounded with snow.
The Motor City.
Yep.
And we got our producer, Chris.
What's up, guys?
Say hi to the folks, Chris. And I am Steve. So I don't think we got too much of a cold open. But we do have one announcement. We're going to be doing our first ever live show. Now, it's not going to be live, you will be able to come see us do it, because we're going to do it at our friend's apartment. But we are all going to be at the Crossroads Classic this weekend. We're going to be wearing our matching shirts. Make sure to shout us out. Peter, where are our tickets at? So the folks know where to find us.
They're on my phone in
No, what section are they in?
227?
All right, so come up to section 227. It's probably actually like outside the arena. It's like a smoking deck that you can't even really see the game on. But come say hi to us. We're going to be wearing our Rebuilding Year shirts. But then we're going to be doing our first ever live episode where we are all in the same room together. We're very excited about it. We're curious to see how it's going to go. We don't know how this is going to go when we are all sitting in the same room. So that'll be next week. But for this week, what do you say? You guys want to get on with the show?
Let's do it.
All right, so let's jump into it. So this past week, Purdue played. Let's do the Valpo game first. So a lot of people thought the Valpo game would be a trap game because Valpo's not a bad team, and Purdue kind of ran away with it. Ryan, what was the box score on that one?
80-50.
80-50, 30-point win. They probably could have won by more, but they kind of took. Didn't they take like the first 10 minutes off of that game, or was that the IUPUI?
That was the IUPUI game. They took no time off.
They took no time off in the Valpo game. They ran out big lead, didn't lose the lead, which was important. Then we played IUPUI, another in-state game on Sunday afternoon. Star Wars night at the arena. Star Wars is coming out. We blew IUPUI out of the water. I don't think they're any good, but Valpo's all right. But do you guys have any thoughts on these last couple games? Ryan, you're the only one not on mute, so we'll go to you first.
Yeah, I don't know. It was tough to tell. IUPUI is absolute horseshit. They're not any good. I mean, they're like 2-9. They lost to the Edwardsville team. We beat like 50 this last week, so they're terrible.
The Cougs.
The Cougars. They're the Jaguars. Some little cat battle there. But yeah, no, that game I was a little nerve-wracking because we were down by 10, like still late in the first half, and then I went to the bathroom, came out, and we're up by 10 at halftime. I'm like, oh, that was quick. So we did our thing without even shooting the ball that well because I think we shot like 30% from beyond the arc. But you can't really take much out of that game.
Peter.
Yeah, I mean, like Ryan said, they're all pretty good blowouts. We didn't look great at the start of the IPI game, but definitely turned it on. I think the biggest thing, championing my cause here, is that Eastern got lots of playing time, and he still did dumb shit, but he's like starting to at least look, a little better.
What's your take on that free throw motion that he's got?
I don't know about that. He's shooting like 38% or something stupid, so he needs to adjust that. But I mean, he didn't look like lost on the court these last two games nearly as much, so that was good. I think he's playing pretty well on defense. Ryan Klein got going a little bit here again. So he kind of went away after the Northwestern game, I guess. Or did we play anything since Northwestern?
No,
okay. So these last three games, Klein's kind of comebacks, hitting some threes. And he had that nice drive at the end. I think it was the first half last night to drive in, kick it out to PJ right at the end of the first half for the three. So Ryan Klein's back. So I mean, overall,
back in a big way. I think we said he was back last week, but he is also back this week.
Okay, definitively back now. So hey, winning by 55 points over a couple games, not a bad week.
No, not a bad week at all. Also, IUPUI, we notched Matt Painter notched his 300th victory.
Woo.
So a little fun fact for you there. Chris, oh my God, that guy was just driving down the street with no headlights on. Chris, any thoughts on the games last week?
Yeah, I was a little nervous for a bit at the beginning of that IUPUI game, as our tweets could have shown.
Yeah.
I was
you want to speak on that? You want to speak on how mad you were online?
I was very mad online. I get a little passionate about Purdue sports as I'm part of a podcast about Purdue sports, so that should tell you how much I care.
Media member.
I got to be unbiased, but I don't think I could do that. But the problem was they were jacking up threes with after 2 or 3 seconds in the zone, and I was getting so pissed off because they weren't making any. They were like 0 for 9 or 0 for 10 at one point. They finally turned it on, and Carson Edwards was hitting a bunch, and everyone was hitting a bunch, and they were able to pull it out even in the first half. But I was a little mad that they couldn't just pass it into Haas because they had no way to stop him. Klein, I was a little scared for a sec when he went down. Came down on that ankle a little weird and had to leave. Hopefully that wasn't the end of his stellar play. And then Nogel, he's pretty good for being a freshman. Right?
First Nogel.
So you gotta love him. You gotta think that he's gonna get this confidence and keep going and do what Carson did last year, where he really brought it to Big Ten play as a freshman. So maybe he'll unseat PJ by the end of the season.
I doubt that. But we should get like a segment, just like No Gel Watch, just the first No Gel Watch, where we talk about
saying his phrases and you guys pick him apart.
where we just talk about the week in Nogel.
He did let a ball go straight through his legs. So that's a bad thing. He shouldn't do that anymore.
Yeah, and that free throw motion is whack.
How do you go through like all throughout high school playing pretty competitive ball? AAU, I'm assuming.
All right, you gotta look at balls, LeVar, whatever the Lonzo Ball shot.
I know, same thing. How do you go through that many years? At least Lonzo's shot went in college. It was ugly, but it went in. Those Joe shot's not going in.
Yeah, when you're shooting 38% from free throw, you probably need to change something.
Like obviously Lonzo
style.
On the pro level needs some help because he's the worst shooting percentage ever. But Nogels looks terrible and it just not going anywhere near the basket.
Well, since everyone else at Purdue is shooting well from free throw or has a good free throw percentage, someone's got to bring it down back to normal levels.
Yeah, I guess
we got to go back to that 50% and losing to North Florida type play.
Yeah, that's true. He's hearkening back to that one year that we couldn't hit any free throws. But yeah, I mean, pretty uneventful, really week in Purdue basketball with the big blowouts. I don't really have much else to add. I'm very happy that Ryan Klein is #back. Nogel got some quality minutes. Vincent Carson went off yesterday against IUPUI, the law firm, did their work. Let's just get it going. Looking ahead, Purdue Boilermakers, Butler Bulldogs, Crossroads Classic. What is this, like the 6th, 7th Crossroads Classic now?
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. So Butler is 8-2, and the ESPN Basketball Power Index gives us an 83.3% chance to win the game. I'm not sure that there's a spread out for this one yet, but Butler did not receive any votes this week either, so they are a firmly. So let's just get into what you guys think this game's going to be like, and let's start with Ryan again. I'll put the pressure on Ryan.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be less. Sorry about that. I've never been before because every year it's either on finals or I'm home for something, or I've never had the opportunity to participate.
Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't go last year.
I did not go last year. I met you guys out afterwards. Girlfriend's birthday. Apparently, can't miss 22. Apparently, it's a big deal or something.
It's the biggest.
But I don't know. 8-2. I don't give us an 83% chance to win. But I think it should be a good game. I know it's Indianapolis, but it's not exactly like Butler territory. There's not a huge Butler follow in Indy. They're more like the little guys to watch when your team's not playing too well. But it should be a good game. I know they're not receiving votes, which kind of surprises me because they've only lost 2 games to 2 pretty good opponents. I think both the scores were like 15, 14 points, but they were both like 5-point games, and then the final 5 minutes, the other team pulled away. So it should be a good game. I know Butler's without one of their better players, I think, for the season, or at least for a while. He's not playing the Purdue game, Sean McDermott. So I think Purdue should be able to pull away if they contain Keelan Martin. He's really the only stud player.
He's still at Butler?
Keelan Martin is still at Butler. He's a senior. He's averaging 18 points a game.
Jesus.
And I believe that'll be Vince's man all night long.
Yeah.
So this game pretty much is going to rely on that matchup because I think every other part we handily should control them. But if we let Martin get going, we're going to be here for a long day.
Yeah, I don't know much about Butler, but I'm assuming that they don't have 7-footers on their team.
No, they have a big white guy.
Yeah, okay. So we've got the advantage inside, but like you said, Keelan Martin obviously going to be a huge matchup. Pierre.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't really played a whole lot of great teams. I mean, they beat Ohio State, lost to Maryland, so they've kind of played a couple of those mid-range, Big Ten teams, some guys like that. But I don't think this is anywhere near as good a Butler team as there's been in the past. I think, we pretty much are ahead of them in every statistical category. Like Ryan said, I don't think there's anybody who can hold up inside, against Haas and Harms. So, and I don't think they have like a guy like Bonzi Colson last year who you can put on your center and have him just be slashing in from the outside. So I think we shouldn't have a problem. Like, I don't know, 83% seems high, but I'd give it a good 66. So I think we can definitely win by double digits. But again, if the shots aren't falling and 3-point shots aren't falling, we fail to get the ball inside, we've seen that we can lose to pretty much anyone this year. So
it's true. Western Kentucky, no longer a good loss because they lost to Ohio. Chris.
Yeah. If they start the game like they started last game, it's going to be a tough game to win because obviously Butler is better than IUPUI, or should be at least. They haven't played each other, so who knows? But I think they're a middle of the road team. I don't think they might make the tournament. They probably won't. So that's kind of where they're at. But they've got some close wins, and it's the Crossroads Classic. So really anything can happen. That's where they say throw the record books out.
Absolutely, it's a throw the record book out game.
We've never beat them in it.
We've never beat them.
Yeah, I know. So
they've got
it is a tough game. It seems like Painter doesn't have the capability to really beat Butler. So let's see if let's see if No-Gel can make this his breakout game.
Takes here. Come and get your takes.
This is the game that No-Gel is going to break out and be the leader of this
is the
team.
Breakout game. Yeah.
Yeah,
we're going to be talking about it after the game.
Mark it down. Mark me down for that, and then we'll see.
All right, we're going to be talking about it after the game. That this was the No-Gel Eastern game. Where were you?
Yeah. Put me down for No-Gel playing less than 9 minutes.
Also,
I'll go with that over. This is the No-Gel game.
All right, Chris and I are over 9 minutes.
All right, over under Grady Eifert playing 6 minutes.
Under.
Because if Grady Eifert playing a lot of minutes is either really good or really bad.
It's one thing. It's not really good.
Bad. No.
It's really good if he plays a lot of minutes because we're winning a ton.
Okay, he played 4 minutes against Valpo. He won by a lot. So, no.
Yeah.
I don't even think Grady's in that second rotation of clear the bench guys. I don't know.
I think he's after Jaquil Taylor.
No, he's
coming in.
I think he's before Taylor. I don't know. They're the same. It depends on who's in foul trouble.
Did Eden Ewing get any playing time?
Eden Ewing is on the same page as Luce, which blows my mind.
They both had 4 points going into the IUPUI game, I think.
Ewing had a couple nice moves drive into the hoop one of these games, but that was about it.
I don't know what it is with him, but that's looking like a bust. One thing about the Butler game is there won't be a big Butler contingent there, but there will be a lot of IU fans there, which will be Butler fans for this game, obviously. Just like we will be Notre Dame fans.
Go Irish!
For the IU game. Yeah, go Irish. So it'll be a good crowd. Last year it's a fun. By the time the second half gets around, it takes a while for people to get in. But by the time the second half comes around, it's a pretty fun environment. If I remember correctly, that could be the beers talking, but I remember it being a pretty raucous environment. So we'll see what it's like. But I think Purdue wins. I don't think Butler has the matchups. Kenyon, what's his name? I don't think Keelan can put the team on his back against Purdue. I think Vince is a good enough defender to shut him down. And even if Vince isn't, then we got Dakota who can give it a shot. So I think 83% is a fair win estimate for this game. I don't think Butler's that good. But they do have that Butler magic where they games that they shouldn't win just because. So moving on, let's get into our segments. All right, so first segment, as always, is Ryan's Basketball Time, featuring basketball. Ryan, take it away.
Yeah, here we go. I said earlier in the podcast, it is finals week for a lot of these schools. So a lot of these schools aren't really playing anybody, worthwhile. Besides us, actually, we do play somebody on Saturday. But other than that, not a lot of good matchups this week. And spreads only come out the night before, so I can only do tomorrow's games, which there's few and far between. But anyways,
you can make your own spreads, Ryan.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. Anyways, good game tomorrow night. Mississippi State and Cincinnati. Cincinnati is ranked at 25th. Mississippi State's one of the few undefeated teams left, and they're actually pretty good. So we'll start with Steve. It's at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's 11.5-point favorite over the undefeated Bulldogs. What do you got?
I'm gonna go with the Dogs on this one. I think Cincinnati could win, but I think Mississippi State's all right and good enough to keep it within 11.
There we go. He's got the dogs. Peter.
I think Cincinnati comes and it's pretty big. They got a rebound after a couple tough losses to Xavier and Florida. So I think they come out and handle them pretty good.
Yeah, I'm going to go Cincinnati. Cincinnati's played 2 teams that are worthwhile and lost both those games. I think Mississippi State's going to try to make a statement and put themselves on the map. So I think Mississippi State, even if they don't win, will bring their A game and cover that. Chris?
Yeah, Mississippi State may be undefeated, but they've played teams like Alabama State, Jacksonville State, North Dakota State, so they're not very good.
What are you saying? Those are good. Those are solid teams.
They may be tournament teams. One of those.
North Dakota State has been a tournament team.
And so I just think Cincinnati's better, and they're definitely going to have to rebound. They're going to have to rebound after losing to 2 ranked teams back to back. So they'll cover.
Bearcats.
And it's at home.
It is at home, which is in Kentucky. So, anyways, other big Cincinnati.
What did you just say?
Cincinnati plays in Kentucky.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking at the thing right now, and it says at the stadium. The stadium says Kentucky. So I was like, oh, maybe they're playing Kentucky.
Highland Heights, Kentucky.
I had no idea.
Yeah, there you go. Anyways,
Third Arena,
BB&T Arena.
University of Cincinnati Bearcats.
Yes.
Yeah, BB&T Arena in Highland Heights, Kentucky.
Well, then they're playing at a different venue. The arena they play at is called Fifth Third Arena. It's on campus.
Well, maybe it's under renovation because they're not playing there this game.
BB&T is the North Kentucky University place,
which is brand new. Yeah, I don't know. I just know it's being played in Texas. I thought that was out also, but it's definitely not a neutral site game because they wouldn't pick that for Mississippi State. So maybe something's up. I don't know. Anyways, Michigan goes to Texas. Both teams look all right this year. Both teams will be a bubble team, I'm assuming. Texas has that kid with the 7'9" wingspan and just looks unreal when he plays. So, Peter, we'll start with you. Texas -6.
I am going to say Texas on this. I haven't watched either of these teams play at all, but Texas, I don't know. Let's go with them. Michigan sucks.
I'm going Michigan. Texas just lost the leading score for the year an hour ago. So.
Oh, well, that was information.
I also think Michigan.
You gotta know that shit, Pete. You're the stats guy.
I also think Michigan looks unreal some games, and some games they look terrible. And I'm hoping the unreal Michigan comes out and plays and is just banging threes left and right. So I'll go Michigan. Chris.
Well, Texas lost to Duke, and we just learned that Duke is actually bad by losing to BC. So I'm going to go with Michigan covering 6 points.
Steve?
Yeah, I'm going with the blue as well. And it turns out that Cincinnati's home arena is under renovation, so they're playing their home schedule and North Kentucky. So,
which is just across the river. It's probably like a couple miles away.
Yes.
Yeah, we can't get the students there. That's always the big thing, is the students can't get there.
They could bus them there.
Yeah. Do students really go to Cincinnati basketball games?
Yes.
I mean, the old arena was on campus. I'm sure they did.
Well, no one lives on that campus, though.
Cincinnati is a big commuter school.
Ooh, yeah.
I visited there, and they said there's 35,000 students and only 5,000 live on campus.
Woof.
Was that the end of that?
And that was the end of that.
And then he came to Purdue and fell in love. The rest is history. Something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, kind of a weird spread because this one team is pretty good this year. Apparently, this other team's pretty bad. Albany goes to Memphis. Albany's 10-1. I don't know Memphis' schedule, but I know they're supposed to be just awful this year. And Memphis is only getting 1.5 points, which seems obnoxiously low. And I'm going to go with
pick them.
Yeah. I'm going Memphis, though. I think Memphis can be Albany. I'm just basing this off the brand of basketball. Chris?
Albany.
No, fuck that. Albany.
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 Not in Fort Wayne, it's not. Chris?
Okay.
Maybe in Albany, it's Albany.
Chris, pick. You said Albany. Albany it is. Go Albany.
I don't know anything about these two teams.
You just told me Albany like 3 times. So, Steve.
Albany is going to win the game. Memphis is trash. Albany is forged in the tough upstate New York snow. Go Great Danes.
Peter.
Yeah, I'm going with the Albany guys as well because, yeah, like you said, Memphis sucks. So
Chris, are you actually going to Albany, or is that just giving you a hard time?
You can give me Albany.
I
don't know anything.
Apparently, Memphis doesn't have like a top 200 recruit on their whole roster, and Tubby Smith will be getting fired in the next several weeks because they're terrible.
Albany beat you.
Then Albany. Thanks for making my decision for me.
Anyways, little Southern rivalry going on with Louisiana at Louisiana Tech, giving Louisiana Tech -4. Chris,
is Louisiana LSU?
No, Louisiana is the Raging Cajuns, I think.
Oh, well, that's UL Lafayette.
Well, the thing below it said Louisiana, so maybe.
Well, you're wrong.
It does just say Louisiana.
Maybe it's not.
And it says Raging Cajuns right next to him. I don't know.
Well, it's UL Lafayette.
Well,
I'm going to go with Louisiana Tech. That's the team I know most about, so they're going to win by 4.5.
What do you know about them, Chris? Let me hear it.
They almost beat Alabama, so there you go. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, whatever works. Steve.
You never pick against a team called the Raging Cajuns, so I'm going with the Cajuns. Roll Cajuns.
Peter.
Who's home?
It says at Tech, but it might be a neutral site game.
Okay, well, if it's at Tech, the Raging Cajuns have only played 2 games away from home, so I don't like their chances. Go Louisiana Tech.
Ruston, Louisiana. Where's that?
Oh, boy. Nowhere I want to be.
It's in the good part. No. It's where True Detective took place.
Yeah. It's not in the Bayou.
Do you know that, Peter?
No.
Yeah, I'm also good Louisiana Tech. They're actually not bad. They have a pretty good point guard. I think they'll cover 4.
Awesome. Love it. Love the Louisiana Tech game.
Occasions. Do you remember that game 3 years ago where the guy thought Purdue was in Lafayette, Louisiana?
No.
What about Lafayette, Pennsylvania, or Lafayette?
Was it Bill Walton?
No, it was. Dude, it's probably freshman year of college. We were playing Oklahoma State, and the guy thought we were Louisiana Lafayette for the longest time. Okay, another weird spread I thought was Jacksonville State goes all the way to Oregon to play Oregon State.
Jesus, you're pulling these games out.
Yeah, I did. Fun ones. Steve, we'll start with you. Oregon State -4.
Oregon State.
Peter.
This is such a stupid game.
No, it's a great game.
Yeah, go Beavers.
I'm going Jacksonville State. I don't know. Beavers apparently are pretty bad this year. It's only a 4-point.
I think my cousin. No, he went to Jacksonville University, not Jacksonville State.
Jacksonville State's in Alabama, correct?
What?
Jacksonville State's not in Jacksonville, Florida. I think it's in Alabama.
Oh.
I think that's the whole thing behind them. But Chris.
As you heard before, I said Jacksonville State was trash, so I'm going to keep that and say Oregon State covers.
Here we go.
Jacksonville is in Jacksonville, Alabama. Fun fact. We're learning all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
This is a very educational episode.
We're not here for the picks. We're here for the info. But yeah, no, like I said,
fun facts.
Pretty weak of my basketball considering finals.
Oh, you think?
I do think. I know. But hopefully it gets a little better next week. And that's that.
Yeah, you got to come with games for the live show.
I'll get some games.
And that'll be probably our last show before the new year, because unless we want to do one the week of Christmas.
No, thank you.
Christmas Eve show?
Yeah, Christmas Eve spectacular. A Christmas Eve vigil show. Start at midnight.
Santa before midnight mass.
Santa Watch 2017. We'll be live streaming that. No. All right, let's move on. Pete, stat of the week.
Yep. So I was looking at. I know PJ Thompson's been taking a lot of 3-pointers this year. He hit 78% of his shots have been 3-pointers. He's taken 65 shots overall, and he's taken 51 threes. So
what's his percentage?
I think he was at 51, something like that.
He's shooting pretty good. I wish he shot him more. Pretty good. Honestly.
It's pretty good.
Right.
Tough to say Nogel should be getting more minutes.
Yeah. So imagine
that well.
Imagine how good No Joe's going to play when he takes over.
I'm off the take PJ starting job train. I'm gonna leave that to Chris, but yeah. So PJ.
Oh, Chris, you're on that hill all alone.
Well, Chris, you think he can translate? You think he can shoot that kind of 3-point percentage with that kind of free throw shot?
No, I'm not saying that he's gonna that he's gonna take the 3-point shot. He's gonna be a true point guard where he can and get layups.
Wow.
2 point guards can shoot the ball decently well.
Hopefully he doesn't miss them. Like he missed a couple last time.
All right. Well, whatever. For now, though, PJ
Thompson's dead-eye 3-point shooter.
Keep shooting those because that's where all your points come from.
Getting them checks, PJ. Keep shooting those threes. All right. We keep the train moving. We're going to Internet Comment of the Week. I got a couple. 2 of them are from our buddy Holmes E. Rails. I don't know what the deal with that is. His name Holmesy?
Holmes, and then E is like Spanish for and. What? Like Holmes.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Oh my God, that's problematic. And then his name is Purdue Lock Holmes, which is like a Sherlock thing, I guess. And his avatar is Mr. Peanut Butter from BoJack. So there's a lot going on in his profile, but his first comment was this. These are from Twitter, by the way. This week's Internet Comments of the Week come to you from Twitter. I haven't bought pizza from Papa John's since the NFL remarks, but just got an email from them that reminded me that they are a sponsor of IU and UL Athletics. Double down on that boycott. The next comment he had was, so this was in response to Tinley McCutcheon played basketball, which is an Indiana basketball game, and it was covered by the media because the 2 point guards are Purdue and IU grads. So the tweet, he quote tweets this. He quote tweets this from some guy named Kyle Needinrip, which says, Tinley 24, Robert Finisi 14. Indiana recruit has all of McCutcheon's points with 4 minutes left in the half. To which Holmes replied, exactly what you want from a point guard, right? The IU commit because he can absolutely get buckets. And he is also trashing Papa John's. I don't hate that he doesn't like them because Papa John said that NFL protests were bad. But then he just throws in this weird comment about IU and UL athletics. Like that is equal to brutality, supporting UL athletics, which I think a lot of Purdue people actually do believe. UL has sort of become this like de facto rival of Purdue. They are everything that like Purdue fans hate.
Yeah, bad academics,
dirty program, strippers,
quick success, a national championship, and obviously the
if Purdue fans like strippers, the other 2 strip clubs wouldn't have closed.
Ooh, that's a good point.
There's only one.
There used to be 3.
Incredibly good point. There used to be 3. All right, and one more comment. This comes us from Indiana Sports Coverage Purdue, which is some sort of news aggregator for Purdue. And he writes, Braum not being a candidate, this is for National Coach of the Year, is really upsetting. I know 6-6 isn't something to admire, but considering where we've been the last decade, it's the closest thing to a miracle. So Lincoln Riley, who's also in his first year at Oklahoma, is no good. Be considered for National Coach of the Year. I don't even know where to go with that.
Scott Frost took what was it? Is it USF or UCF from 0-12 to 12-0 in 2 years?
Yeah.
But getting us 3 more wins.
Right. Against, Iowa was a good win, but against bad teams, we won. And he lost to Rutgers. You don't get Coach of the Year if you lose to Rutgers. I'm sorry. That's a rule somewhere.
That was written down years ago.
Yeah. That's a long that's like rule 1A, automatic disqualification if you lose to Rutgers. So that's what's going on with Internet Comment of the Week. As always, send in any comments that you may have for our reading. All right, last bit of business, losers topic of the week. Ryan, you lost your own segment, you fool. What do you got for us?
Yeah, I usually don't like talking about this topic because I think it's annoying. But I do think this one's interesting because I just think it's really interesting because it's never been done before. But what is your
Congressional
take?
sex scandals.
Yes. No. What's your take on the Ball brothers going to the B team of Lithuania?
Oh, hell yeah. All right.
That has 1,500 fans, no GM, and practices like 3 times a week.
So this came out today. So this is a bit of new news, but by the time Friday, you'll be hearing it. Just a little bit of note there. Who wants to go? Who's going?
Peter, you can go.
I think the best part of this is that the coach doesn't speak English.
It's hilarious.
I have no idea how this is going to benefit.
Have you ever seen LaMelo Ball play basketball? He doesn't need a coach.
It's true.
He just does his own thing.
Ball is going to be the de facto coach of that team. You know that.
Dude, LeVar Ball's the GM now. Big Baller Brands now owns Vladivostok.
Oh, dude, you know they're going to be coming out in Big Baller Brand uniforms.
Oh, for sure.
You know that's part of this. Is that team is going to be stacked out with Big Baller Brand gear.
I mean, but that's the best gear probably in Lithuania. I mean,
true.
Lithuania actually
Jordans out there, dude.
They're actually a big
does have a pretty
good basketball.
They have a pretty good basketball heritage.
That's true. They beat us in the Junior Olympics. So.
Yeah, no,
with professional players, though, that's cheating.
It's not.
You could argue that some college players are professional players, but I think that this balls to Lithuania thing is hilarious because one, they're going to be there for a year, maybe, super short amount of time, and they're just going to run the show in Lithuania for like a year, and it's going to be hysterical. They're going to absolutely ball out because this team plays crappy competition in the B League in Lithuania. These two are just going to absolutely get buckets and look amazing. And watch, LiAngelo Ball is going to be 17 years old, and he's going to get drafted by an NBA team.
See, I disagree with you, Steve. I think the exact opposite's going to happen. I think LaMelo is a 16-year-old playing against 20.
Who's the younger one?
LaMelo's 16.
LaMelo is going to be the 17-year-old playing in the NBA.
I think you have to wait till you're 19 years old, so he's got to wait anyways, I think. He's got to wait like 3 years, regardless. But
I don't know. I thought you only had to play one professional year, but whatever.
But I think LaMelo's going to get there, play against 25-year-olds, no matter how good they are, and get pushed around a little bit. And LiAngelo's not that good. He's like a top 300 recruit. He only got to UCLA because he has 2 brothers. He's just along for the ride.
Well, LaMelo, if LaMelo stinks, then LiAngelo's terrible.
No,
that dude couldn't get on the court at UCLA.
I think LiAngelo stinks, so that's just going to – and I think LaMelo's going to have issues being that he's only 16 years old playing against, 24-year-olds. I just think he's not
in a foreign country. It's so good.
But
they have to live like 30 miles away from the place where they're playing because there's no town. It's like I assume it's just like they play in like a barn in the middle of a farm or something.
I assume this town has goats walking around in it. That's what I imagine.
It's just gonna be, but I mean I don't know. I think try to get out of this, something like that. But they clearly couldn't.
They've already agreed on minutes per game. They're like in the contract, I believe, it says they're getting 20 to 25 minutes a game. They need to negotiate minutes per game for this thing.
That's wild. It clearly shows though that they couldn't get contracts in China or Spain or Greece or anything like that because nobody wants to deal with this trash family. Even UCLA didn't want to deal with them, dude. Steve Alford's like, thank God these people are out of my life.
Like,
he got the only useful one, which was Lonzo, and then you're like, all right.
But to get Lonzo, he had to agree to sign the other two, and now the other two are gone.
Yeah.
He's in the clear. He gets one blue chip prospect to recruit about. Look, we put this kid in the NBA, and the other 2 idiots are gone. And the dad's gone. The dad's the worst part. I hope he goes to Lithuania and just stays there. He could probably become like king or president or whatever they have in Lithuania.
LeVar Ball is going to be president of Lithuania in 10 years.
Ball Don't Lie going to be like?
It's going to be coming from Europe.
It's Facebook.
What is Ball Don't Lie?
It's the Facebook show.
Oh, I've never seen it.
They have cameras following around at all times, and everybody that talks to them has to sound like a waiver saying, hey, we could use you on our TV show.
Internet show. That's not even a TV show. It's Ball Don't Lie on the internet.
You know what? I think the Balls will give them credit. They went from nobody to famous in 12 months.
Absolutely. For nothing. I mean, it's like the Kardashians.
Like literally,
one of them.
His dad says that.
One of them's good.
Well, they're all. Besides Chloe, they're all good.
Well, yeah, whatever. One of them has
she's
did
pretty good
something,
too.
but yeah, we don't need to talk about the Kardashians. But
this guy stuff, man.
This guys being dudes. We're gonna stick to sports. But I think it's absolutely hysterical. LeVar Ball was arguing with the president of the United States.
What a year!
That's amazing.
Did anyone see the tweet that he sent out?
Of him, like dunking on him?
That was the best thing to have happened in the past week, maybe 2 weeks.
Like, great. I know it's not hard to get under Trump's skin, but still, to get the attention of the president of the United States it's
impressive.
It is.
What a year! It is. What a year we live in.
All those idiots with the blue check marks that reply to every tweet the president has, and LeVar Ball is the one that gets under, gets in his craw, gets the popcorn stuck between his teeth. It's a 2017 story of them all. Is LeVar Ball arguing with the president on Twitter? Our man of the year, yeah, absolutely, on Twitter. We're not going to talk about that though for Time Magazine because we believed that we were snubbed for Person of the Year by Time Magazine.
No, Steve, we turned them down respectfully. That's
true. That is true. We were in talks, but they wanted to include some very unflattering pictures of us on their cover, so we turned them down. But so without anything else, that was the Rebuilding Your Podcast. I think it was episode 19 of season 3, 3.19, getting up there in the episode count. As we move into the deep cold winter. Winter is coming, as they say on that TV show. What show is that?
Game of Thrones.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Thanks, Ryan.
I never saw that. So yeah, winter's coming. We're moving up in the episode count, but you can find us on Twitter at @TheRebuildingYR. You can find Ryan on Twitter at RyeGuysAndFries. Chris is on Twitter at Boston Boiler. Peter is at Peter_Mick. I'm at Steve Greco01. You can also find us in section 227 at the Crossroads Classic. We will be in our yellow shirts. On the back of them, they say, listen to Rebuilding Your Podcast. I don't know what I'm putting on the front yet, but we'll see you guys there. Peace out.